reading. I do want to let you guys know really quickly that for a short time, I am opening up personal recorded readings. I put a link for that in the live chat if you'd like one. Well, they are available. Without further ado, Cancer, let's just get straight to your reading. Oh, whoa, whoa. You have so many major arcana cards. You have a lot going on in your life right now. It's a time of big change for you on like in your inner world. And it's definitely love's on your mind. It's definitely a big positive change for love. So it definitely looks like, okay, now reading the past energy, um, there was something that happened that didn't turn out well at all. In fact, you're kind of confused how it escalated the way it escalated, and you're also confused with how it ended the way it ended. And it definitely it definitely did not feel good. In fact, it felt bad. It's kind of like a whoa, what the heck? That job's not in my life anymore. That person's not in my life anymore. It's like those 180 kind of switches in life that you never saw coming. Um, or like a, "Oh, my best friend just got a job in another country and they're leaving?" Like, "What? That's it, you're just not in my life anymore?" It's kinda like that, like, "Wait, what? How did it escalate that big, that bad? I thought I was being loving, and what how is this, like, no longer in my life anymore?" Um, yeah, so you're just flat out confused, and it looks like in the current moment, Jesus, you got 3 major arcana cards. So whatever happened, it's definitely something that's, like, emotionally shook you, emotionally rattled you up. It did kind of make you want to like retreat a little bit and like figure out what the heck happened. Um, you are hoping for you're hoping to like reevaluate the situation in a way where you can like glean all the positive growth that you can for yourself. Um, it's definitely whatever happened, it woke you up to, like, recognize the value and importance of well, I'll say love, but it could also just be relationships, like, the utter value of relationships and companionship and just good people in your life. It does look like you're hoping for, like, the little bit of the pause, the break, mainly for you, but you're kinda hoping that, like, whatever happened, both people can just start to feel better about it and reevaluate it for a just like a coming together again. Um, gosh, this is interesting. You fit the magician card, so you're kind of feeling hopeful about it. You're feeling hopeful. You feel like it's gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna pull some advice cards for you too, Cancer. This is kind of a specific read. It looks like going into the future. You got the Two of Water, the Six of Earth, the Page of Fire. So you want love, and you just want it to feel balanced. It's almost as if love used to annoy you and used to be, "Ugh, what do they want? Ugh, what do they need from me? I'm focused on these other things. Can't they see I'm busy? Can't they see I'm focused on this important stuff?" But it looks like whatever relationship this was that just had that 180 tower moment in your life, um, it's definitely made you fully recognize that, like, the value of relationships is that it gives you something to look forward to, something to celebrate after you're done doing, like, whatever career stuff or whatever accomplishing, achieving stuff you were working on. It gives you, like, a safe home, loving place to be celebrated, to be cheered on, to be hugged, to be loved, to be listened to have someone who, like, just wants to be around you because they like who you are versus being around people for the accomplishment that you bring. Cancer, you're just like really ready for meaningful relationships and love because you're ready. Yeah, okay, let me our cards is okay, the second chance card wants to say something. Don't hyper focus on manifesting that specific person back. Focus on manifesting the emotional state that person brought you. Focus on the qualities that you enjoyed about that person, and just be in a state of those were enjoyable qualities about that person. They were enjoyable. And how you felt when you were with that person, the enjoyable aspects of how you felt, and then be at a place of universe, I would like a relationship that feels this way in, because you really got to let that person go. It looks like that person's, I want to say, closed off, but I really want to say more accurately, they have had to shift their focus 180 in their life on something else completely different. Um, Oh, but they do wanna let you know that this person does look back fondly on their time with you. They experience a state of a lot of happiness, contentment for the time that they spent with you. It doesn't look like you guys were ever involved in a romantic relationship, but it was an impactful friendship at the minimum. And it was even more than a friend. There was, like, some companionship there. And I can tell you that after spending the time with you, that person is more confident. So the person views it as well worth having spent that time being with you, being in your vicinity, whatever that relationship was, because it's definitely being very clear that it never crossed over to a romantic committed relationship. The person is just happy the time they spent with you. They look back fondly and they're more confident in life right now moving forward. But like it is the king of air, which is like the confidently moving forward. Like this person is just really shifting their focus somewhere else completely in their life. Yeah, the world. They went through an entire growth cycle by spending time with you, Cancer, that like 180 their life. The difference, like the 180 that you're experiencing, the tower is a 180 where like the rug was pulled out from underneath you, and no one sees a rug being pulled out from underneath them, right? Or if you're walking on the street, a big old pothole gets you. That's an unpleasant 180. This person had a world where they're like, oh my God, it was well worth spending that time with them. Like confidence, happy, content, and they're just like shifting focus to the world. And it's almost as if that person has a world service that they're now kicking off. And it's kind of like an honor. My spirit guides want to say it's very much honoring they got to that place because of you and your energy, whether you ever interacted or not. You have to use this person as an awakening for, oh my god, it did make me realize I wanna get better at my interpersonal skills, at my interpersonal relationship and communication and enjoying people. Use them recognize use them for a waking up of recognizing that it's worth putting your time, energy, and effort to get better in that area of your life, like and that's it, nothing more. You can't really expect anything out of them because their focus is just somewhere I don't gosh, it's like I wanna give you guys a story and analogy because I can see, Cancer, how much this is gonna impact you. It's almost as if someone who was, like, driving an hour to, like, see you every day, and it was right before, like, your finals at school, so you got accustomed to their support and used to their support, and then, like, they had a fire where they lived, so now their focus is on like, they can't drive to see you every day anymore, or maybe not even see you for quite a while because they have to focus on, cleaning their house, cleaning their community, helping their neighbor. So it's literally like this person is just whatever went on in their world, they are just having to refocus elsewhere completely. So like they don't have any time, energy, or effort to like rekindle anything with you. Okay, for the magician, it's so funny, Cancer. It's the other person's energy coming in to speak to you. So give me some comments, Capricorn or Cancer. I'm curious. This is reading like this before. The Magician card was your energy of being of like just being hopeful or positively expecting that there will be communication again between the two of you. But the other person is just saying, I've already made my decision. I've moved on. It was a decision made clearly and rationally, not emotionally whimsical. It was clear, it was rational, it was decisive because I had to be, and I need to move on. there's new things I gotta focus on that are requiring most of my energy. And it's recognized this person learned a big lesson with their time spent with you for romantic relationship for themselves too. And it was really about, I want to use the word compatibility. It was really about, because like the seven of air is like the card of when like the time isn't right. It can be where two people come in and they're saying the right words and they think it's alignment, but in reality, like when person said, "Yeah, I want marriage," the person's like, "Oh, me too." And you're like, "Oh, good, we're on the same page." But then, a month or 2 months later, or a year or 2 years later, you're realizing, oh, their definition of marriage was that I see them once a week and have sex with them, and then I'm supposed to find friends for the other time. And, like, their definition was, "No, we see each other every day, we're each other's best friendship." So it's recognizing that, like, what you guys wanted out of a relationship was not eye to eye or on the same page, and the other person really learned a lot about accepting their lifestyle and who they are, and they realized it's like they fully owned, "This is me, this is what I do, this is what I do for a living, this is how I am." I now need someone who appreciates it, likes that, respects it, and recognizing all that comes in with dating someone like me. This is an interesting reading. Um, and the other person doesn't want to be frivolous with their time. They don't have time just for like shooting the shit or small chit chat or like weekly check-ins. Like it's like they're really committed to their life service now. And it's not that the other person wants to say that. I can't tell you if it's the other person wants to say this or if it's just more like the energy to help kind of soothe your heart a little bit, Cancer. It's they need to move on to serve their life service, and like they are just so focused on that, and they thank you because they got energy alignment, they got aligned and clear on where they need to put their focus. And like it's almost as if they wouldn't have been able to move forward so powerfully had they not met you. So they really do look back very fondly with the time that you guys spent together, and they do like thank and even appreciate you for the role that you played in helping them get into that alignment, that flow, that like crystal clarity on here's what I want and here's what I need you to get for it. And it's almost as you. Um, okay, now the cards are back on you, Cancer. So it's kind of like it's more about just admitting that like five of water. I'm gonna read the little short description for you, Cancer. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive of the situation, crying over spilled milk. So it's just like admitting, Cancer, that like you feel extremely disappointed for how it went down, how it went out, and that you're not like you're just disappointed with how it went down and how it ended, and you just didn't see it coming. Um, It's like it just recognized that that person, as much as what the other person's energy just said to you about like, I would not have been have this crystal clarity on what I want in this world service I need to move towards. It's kind of like you almost like you switch from like your place of grief, your place of disappointment, your place of being hopeful it might come back to, wow, that person really woke me up to the passionate side of life, to the value of friendships, to the value of love. Had I never met that person, I would have never have prioritized love and I would have never have met my cute little honey bunny right now. So it's more about recognizing that person came here to like open you up to the softer enjoyment side of life, getting you out of achieve, achieve, achieve. What function, what value am I providing in my life? Or just it looks like it took you out of a place of needing to provide like value, accomplishment, achievement, smarts, intellects, and it like woke you up to the passion of life. That's all it's saying. To like living life passionately. Oh, because it looks like you were gonna be on a path of career burnout had you not met this person. Like, you started to see how, like, relationships can be a little nurturing and a source of energy for you so that, instead of, like, shooting up the rocket and then burn out, fall out completely, it's like it kind of the slow and steady wins the race. so that you may not go as fast or as intensely as you did, but you'll be able to go more consistently longer term, which will get you better results in your career. So it's really Cancer, just like kind of waking up, learning what that person helped you see is now also important in life, and being willing to go through the growth in that area of your life, because that's when you'll then become the queen of fire, which is a person who's kind of like lit up and lighted about their life. And it's almost as if you were always so curious about this person because they didn't have, all their ducks in a row. They just did not have all their ducks in a row. They seemed like a little bit of a whimsical person. And not only to you, like, they seemed like a whimsical person, but they always just seemed very content and satisfied with life in general. So that's why they were curious to you. You just were curious about that about them. And so it's like it's just appreciating that they woke up that curiosity within you for you to begin to have like the well-rounded approach to life, which is the awesome career success and whatever it is you learn from that person. So, Cancer, in short, you got to just feel any sadness, disappointment, any grief about whatever ended. Allow the emotions to just process through you naturally, and just be in a place of, I'm really glad I met that person because it woke me up to the value of this. And then and essentially like move on. Hate to word it that way. But all right, Cancer, I hope this video helped you. Leave me any questions, any comments. I love seeing your comments when I come back. It makes it way more fun for me. And if you would like a personal recording, I put the link to purchase that in the live chat section of this video. All right, love you guys. Have a good week. Bye.